This is Pastor Lenski at our location at the community center. Excited about tomorrow's finally getting together in person for our outdoor service. We wanted to send you a couple of quick videos kind of explaining what tomorrow will look like, even though it's not going to be that complicated, just so you know what to expect. The first thing we'd like to say is about parking. So the idea would be, you know our space, as you come in the driveway, come into the back row of parking spots, and you'll notice that in order to keep some social distancing and just give ourselves space, we're going to have marked off some of the spaces with a cone, meaning nobody should park there. You can feel free to park in any of the open spots and either sit in your car there and listen to the whole activity, or if you don't, you can leave your car there and then bring your camping chairs and set up in another area that we'll show in a little bit. Okay, so now you've parked your car, you're gonna try to find a spot, you're gonna sit in your car. We do have a few more things available to you. Now, all of us have been dealing with the pandemic in different ways. We all have different views, more than likely, about what's safe, what's not safe enough. And like any church, we're not maybe all gonna agree because we all journey this differently. But we do wanna be respectful and loving because that's what God calls us to be, regardless of our differences of opinion and thoughts on this. In order to facilitate some of that, when you come in, before you go sit down or stay in your car, we have a table set up near the entrance with colored wristbands. Now the idea with the colored wristbands is that each color represents kind of a stage of where you're at. If you are still at a stage of, look, I'm keeping social distancing and you want a bit more space, you would grab a red wristband, put it around, and that lets people know that without maybe needing to have the awkward conversation. If you're okay with talking and coming closer to people, just not touching yet, then the blue wristband is for you. If you're already there and you want to give hugs and high fives and you're at that stage, that's fine. You can put on a green wristband. Look, it's not that we can't say these things to each other. Of course we can talk about it, but hopefully this just kind of lets us know where we're at ahead of time so we can approach each other in a safe, loving, and gracious way. Also, for the kids, since we don't have kids church yet or a kids service, and they're going to be sitting out here with us during the worship, which they normally do, but during the teaching as well, we have activity bags for the kids at the table that you can come by and pick up before the gathering starts, before the service starts. We're also going to have fans out here. Guys, we're glad to get back together and we're glad that we can do it outside, but it's going to be hot. It's going to be like probably in the 80s, maybe 90, and the sun's going to be out. So we encourage you, when you bring your camping chairs and you bring your stuff, dress comfortably. Think about, what do you call it, a sunblock or sunglasses, a hat, a bottle of water, whatever will make you comfortable. Consider that, but we will have fans available for you guys. So that'll all be at the table, and then you can go and find your place to sit, and we'll get to that next. Okay, so for actually gathering for the service then. Again, if you want to sit in your car in the back row, you're more than welcome to do that. The PA that we have, I guarantee you, will be loud enough for you to hear with your windows open or sitting back in the car, or if you sit with your car down around the corner where we normally have the parking lot curve at the end, you can always park there and still listen. Now, a lot of you have mentioned to us that you'd rather sit in your camping chairs. You're going to bring your own seating and you'd rather sit outside of your car closer to where we're going to be gathered. We're still trying to, of course, observe social distancing, and one of the things that they've told us to watch out the most is singing. So because of that, we want to make sure to leave enough room for where the PA is going to be set up, which is in front of the cages. So for sitting, this center area of parking spots is going to be left open, or we're going to be using rope that's been measured out to about 6 feet to lay out between the spots where you can set up your chair. So the idea would be that you and your family unit, your home, or people would pick a spot and set up your camping chairs there, get comfortable, pick your, claim your space, and then we would make sure to have at least a rope's length distance between the next group or the next individual. And again, guys, we're not trying to be nitpicky. We're not going to be measuring out exactly or scolding people. We just want everybody to be as respectful and gracious as possible. So just let's make sure that we're leaving each other some room. We'll still be able to see each other and talk to each other. We'll be able to worship with each other. And that's the key thing. That's the important part. So when you come to this area, whether it's in the grass with the trees or in the parking spots or over there, just this front area will be measured out. There'll be a rope to distance between the groups, and just find a spot and you can set up your chairs. And we'll help you figure that out tomorrow. Now, we do want to let you guys know we're trying to keep the gathering as short as possible, so an hour or less. We're going to be doing 3 worship songs, a teaching, some prayer. We're not going to be collecting tithes and offerings with passing around anything, so it's just going to be literally the music, prayer, and the message. So hopefully we're going to keep it short enough. But if during that time anybody does need to use the bathroom, we are going to allow, or we are allowed to use that. So we're going to have the doors open, and what you'll do is that you'll just come right on in like normal. Now, a couple of things that we do want to say: the building has not been kept up and clean regularly, or we have no guarantees of it. So we've been told to use the bathroom. It's at our own discretion, so we pass that on to you. It's at your own discretion. We will have a sanitizing station here that as you go in and then come back out, if you want to quick sanitize and use, that's great. We will have that available, but the bathrooms will be available. The water fountain will not. So again, if you think you're going to be hot, bring your own water or beverage. So the water fountain will not be available. None of the other spaces, kitchen, our space, or anything will be unlocked or available. Only access to the hallway and only access to the bathrooms, and then back out. We do ask that if you use the restroom, you don't linger and you don't congregate or gather in groups in the hallway. Just come in, hopefully, if you can, one family at a time. If you need to use it, clean up, and come back outside before the next person comes. All right? So that's the deal, church family. Again, we don't feel like it's overly complicated. Might not be as simple as some of us would be hoping for. That's okay. We're hoping to find our way somewhere in the middle of it. The important part is this: as the leadership have been praying about it, as you've been praying about it, we all miss gathering together. And as we all ride out this pandemic and all the other challenges that we're all facing nowadays, I am excited about being able to get back together. Not fully in the way that we want to and we anticipate, but as a step on the way to that. I pray that as you guys see these simple little videos, you will be encouraged. Not at the quality of the video, that's not what we're about, but at the information. You'll be encouraged that we are getting together, that it's happening. If any of you have frustrations or questions, you're free to reach out to us. But we would pray, we would encourage you to consider to give it a shot. All of us are excited to get back together. All of us would want to be able to do it in a different kind of way, a more fully embracive kind of way like we have in the past. But until we get to that, there is value in coming together. The lashes are going to be setting up music right behind me. We're going to be able to open God's Word together. We're going to be able to pray and worship and listen to God's Word, seeing each other in each other's presences. And to me, that's significant. To all of us, it's significant. So again, we hope to see you guys tomorrow. We look forward to seeing you and either fist bumping or waving, or for some of you hugging. Not me, but for some of you hugging. And that's going to be exciting. If you have questions, if you have doubts, you can reach out to any of us leaders and we'll be happy to answer. But until then, God bless you guys, and we'll see you at church.